Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Swan's Den Haven. I am E. Nicole and I welcome you all in today. I hope that you all had a fabulous day so far. I hope things are going well for you. Um, Come on in. We look forward to this moment that we're going to have. We're going to talk about push into purpose. We're going to discuss our ability to take what's on the inside of us that we've already had from the beginning. As the word says, He knew us even before we were formed in our mother's womb. So come on in, let's have this discussion so that we can get started. I'm so excited. Excuse me. I'm so excited about what we're going to discuss. I'm trying to make sure I don't have this lipstick on my teeth. So if you keep seeing me do that, please forgive me. But anyway, again, I hope everything is going good for you guys. Well, you ladies, I know that, again, this is still a trying time for many of us. Just still dealing with the pandemic. But I pray that you find some time or a portion of your day, your week, in order that you can go to a secret place and find peace so that you can have rest in your soul, because it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. God, He's not brought us this far to leave us nor to forsake us. God is doing some things. I just hope that we're using the time to hear Him. We could be doing so many other things, but for those who are choosing to be still enough to hear from Him, I know that He's speaking some wonderful words of encouragement to you. I know He's reminding you, because He's reminding me of how gracious He is to us. So come on in. Again, I pray that all is well with you. Listen, grab your beverage or your choice that you would probably want to sip on just for these few minutes. We're not going to hold you long, but just to be comfortable. I hope you have that place where you go and you could just view the content of this video and feel comfortable. But again, I am so looking for this moment to have with you ladies. So we'll go ahead. What we're going to talk about today, in order to get us on this path to pushing into purpose, is I would ask that you have some form of pen and paper. I'm still a pen and pad girl, so that we'll be able to track the progress that we're making. Or some of you may, use your devices. That's all fine and well, but have something that's specifically designed to keep the progress that you're making as you push into purpose. Again, I'm a pen and pad girl. Many of you may be, now to using your devices, and that's good. Just have something to make sure that you're able to keep up with your progress. What I would suggest also, that you have something that's already compiled or compact together, so you won't have a piece of paper over here, have a piece of paper over there, or in one device, then you come in our community another time and you have another device. But make sure that you are able to have all of this in one thing. Just one thing that you could just go back and you can reflect and you can say, oh, I remember when we first started, or when I first started to kind of dig in to see where it was that I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to be doing. You won't have to look all over the place. I remember those times where it's like, I got a sticky note over here, I got a sticky note over there, and it's like trying to put it all together. So just find that one thing that you'll use to keep up with your progress. Then after doing that, this is just going to kind of be a discussion of what I hope you would find to be very valuable for you, again, as we push into progress. But take time and be still. Whether it's prayer or meditation. However, you must be still long enough. Now, yes, God does speak to us as we go about our day. We just have to be willing to hear Him. We have to be willing to really hear Him. I often ask God to give me seeing eyes, hearing ears, and a wise and understanding heart, that I may hear what he is saying, and that I may also see what he is doing, and that I may have the heart to understand all that is going on when it comes to the Spirit of God. Again, I don't know the language that you use. I reference my God all the time. And so that's exactly where it is that I will speak from. And so again, use some time to be still. I know we as women, we are wives, we're mothers. You know, again, as I stated earlier, we're career-driven women, you know, and all of that. And so with that, a lot of times we don't feel that we have the time. Surely we have to begin to make time. For me, I have to get up early in the morning. That's just something that I chose to do. I wanted to wake up extra early so that I can have my time with God and still be able to, during that time, I was exercising early morning in order to get to work. You know, because I wanted these things to be covered, because a lot of times by the time I got home in the evening, I didn't have as much time as I wanted to. But I had to realize not everybody likes to get up early in the morning. There are some people who choose to stay up later at night. And a lot of times that may depend on scheduling, and also just you may not be a morning person. So I totally understand that. But choose that time that best fits you. I remember even the years of working in a salon, you know, we could get so busy that, you know, we didn't take lunch. But I remember going to a class one year and they said, even if you don't do anything but step away and go sit in your car, find time to get away. And that's what happens to us a lot of times. We get burned out and we don't know how to go and find a way to become rejuvenated. It may not take all day. It just may take you 10 minutes to get away in silence, just in order to bring yourself back to an alignment where there's peace. You know, because of what I had gone through in my life, I chose that peace was going to be a priority to me. Peace was priority to me, because that's what happens a lot of times. Distraction comes, but it comes to take away our peace so that we are not functioning in a way where we can make sound decisions, where we can do things that are best for us, all because of being distracted. Peace is a major priority. So again, get you something that you could keep up with your progress, because I'm telling you, we're going somewhere. You're going to realize that God put some things on the inside of you you probably had no clue of. Some of you have a clue, you just don't know how to get started. Some of you have a clue and just don't want to do it. Some of you have a clue and it's just like, Lord, that seems like a lot. And that could be the truth. But God says that he has made a way. He's made a way for you and I. And so we just have to say yes. We just have to say yes to his will. And I know that all too well also. We just have to say yes. I've just gotten to a place where I remember prior to saying yes to some things, but now totally surrendering, that's a huge step. But a lot of times we'll take tasks on our job that is so above us, but we'll find a way in order to complete that task, because we may want the promotion and we may want the raise, or we just may even want the acknowledgement that we fulfilled that thing. That's what God is asking of us. He purposed us in the earth. There is even a reason why you are born for such a time as this. We just have to take the time to acknowledge it. I had issues. I had issues, but I had to surrender to God. There's no greater surrender than surrendering to God. I know not everybody feels this way. I know not everybody feels this way, because I didn't have this feeling for a long time. I did not have this feeling for a long time. So again, I am doing this only because I am just wanting to get into purpose. I want to do the will of the Father, not my will, but the will of the Father. Now, He has allowed me sometimes to do what I want to do. We know that. God has allowed us to do almost whatever we want to do. Some of our whatevers have caused us consequences that we may not have wanted to experience. But He's just a gentle God. He doesn't force us. He gives us free will. But that's a whole nother subject for another time as well. So again, make sure you have something to keep your progress. Make sure that you take the time to pray and meditate about the purpose that it is that He has for you. Okay, so with that, we're also going to one thing that I want you to tap into is to find out that thing that you like so strongly, and find out that thing that you dislike just as strong. Write it down. Write it down. And so what we're going to call this is, we're going to call this mapping purpose. Because if you notice, there are systems where you can map in order to give you direction into where it is that you're going. And so we're calling this mapping purpose. Now, I have drawn a slight diagram in order to kind of get us started. It doesn't look how I want it to look, so I'm going to recreate it so that I can upload it and that you guys can take a look at it, and you can just kind of do it in your own way. This is something that you'll add into your progress that you'll keep. And so it's mapping purpose. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're not gonna rush. We're gonna take our time, because we'll realize once we actually get into purpose that it's going to be such an enormous or great deal to God that we can't rush. I just remember even a couple of times when I was going from one level to the next level, I remember hearing God says, don't forfeit the process. It's in the process that we're going to learn the guide or how He's guiding us. So we're not going to rush. I hope you guys stick this out. Again, I stated earlier in a previous video, for women who may even come across this page, if you feel that you're already in purpose, don't leave. Don't leave us. Stay with us. You may have some information that will help us, so we're inviting you, we're calling you, we are welcoming you to this community. So by all means, please, there's nothing like a sense of connection and being together. So come on in, don't leave us. You may have arrived at being in purpose, but you're the one. You're the one that could help us get into purpose. You may have those drops of nuggets that can help us get to where we're supposed to be. So don't you leave us, lady. So yeah, come on in. So I thank you. Thank you for sitting with us. Thank you for sharing knowledge and nuggets with us. Thank you. So with that, we're gonna list your strong likes and that which you dislike as strongly. So that's gonna kind of give you maybe just where your purpose. And now, so what I think about, for me, for many years, I disliked people being mistreated and people being sad. I did not like that. Why? I remember how oftentimes I was treated. But again, I was born for such a time as this, to set captives free, that they don't have to be oppressed. Now, this is real big. When God started giving me this, again, I wanted to kind of keep it just within my circle, just my few people that I communicate with. God don't deal like that. He'll start you off there. But the more that you stay engaged and connected with Him, He'll increase it. He'll actually increase. And so It's either you continue to be obedient or you decide enough was for you. But I guarantee you, the reward is far greater for being obedient. And so when I think of people, I didn't like it. I just did not like it. I did not like it. So just seeing people sad and treated crazy, sometimes it can be just as simple as people talking to you crazy. Now, I will say, granted, I used to have a mouth that, as they would say, whatever came up, came out. But the more I sat in relationship with Christ, I thank God for what he did, because I can look back sometimes and see the hurtful things that I've said to people, all out of, I'll say, out of me being hurt. So a lot of times, I even, as I'm reminded, as they say, hurt people. That's true. Loving people, really love people. I've experienced that too. And so again, let's figure out what you like or what you dislike. And I think that will awaken, or it'll start alerting you as to what your purpose may be. Another thing is, the years that I had gone through the abusive relationship, my heart began to go out for women who experience that. Again, I know men go through it as well. Me being a woman, I could share my story with both men and women, but the relational part of being understood may be greater with another woman, more so than it probably will a man. Not to say that the information may not be good for a man as well, but the understanding may be a little bit greater with another woman. So after experiencing that, that's when I began to get into bringing awareness to other women, or letting it be known about domestic violence. When I was given when I was given the, by God, just to be able to go out and share. When I was given that okay by God to share it, I wasn't ashamed, nor was I like, no, I'm not. I had no problem with it. I remember, just calling up I messaged my friend girl, and I was headed to church, and I messaged my friend girl, and I was like, God said that it's time to share, go live. And I remember her saying, and I'll be there with you, which she was even at that time. So once I got set free and liberated from it, now it was time for me to go back to lend that hand, to lend that heart of compassion, just to lend a voice to those who were experiencing it. And so I didn't take it lightly, nor do I take it lightly now. And so again, that also came to me with young ladies. I remember my experience as a teenage girl. That was a passion for me for a long time, communicating with teenage girls. That, oh my gosh, that was such a passion. It was such a passion. I thought I wanted to be a school teacher. School was not for me. School was not for me. I did good to get out of high school, child. No. So I remember getting ready to start the education program at a college, and it was just, oh my God. I was like, I wasn't disciplined enough. That was the only problem. Not that I couldn't do it. I just wasn't disciplined enough. And so I remember leaving class, and my teacher at the time was, my instructor at the time was a lady whose hair I was doing. And she said, I haven't seen you in class. I was like, I know. I'm not coming back. And she said, well, you better go withdraw. You withdraw me. I'm out of here, I just didn't understand. But anyway, back to my passion was thinking teaching young girls had to be in the sector of education. But I realized with the young ladies that I had been coming in contact with at my former church, God allowed me to create a ministry for those teen girls. And when I tell you, it was such, oh my gosh, it was so fulfilling to me because it allowed me to see them coming alive, being able to share some things that they may not have been able to share with like their parents or whomever. And to just see that, oh my God, it was fulfilling. It was also challenging because you have some of them had some of them who may have been hurt really deeply, and it was like trying to get to them. And I'll share an experience later how when God gave me a word and me being obedient to that broke the spirit of hard-heartedness off of a young lady. And that was powerful to me. And so, yeah, to just see people mistreated, being oppressed, and just not having joy in their life was crazy, just really crazy to me. So I always just try to bring laughter and joy. Sometimes I went too far, but I mean, I had to learn to hear that within as well. So, yeah, we're going to start with these steps, and we're gonna get it moving. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you are super excited about getting into purpose, Lord. So I'm calling this our Together Tuesday. But here's the thing, the hashtag Tuesday is not like TUESDAY, two, TOO, as in also, us two, us together. TOOSDA will be the hashtag that I'll use. I was telling my daughter, sometimes I get hashtag crazy, but it's okay. It's just me. So I'll say this too. When you think about moving into purpose, I just remember God telling me this too. Don't do it selfishly. When you get ready to push into purpose, don't think about, again, you and your circle. You don't think about that. It's bigger than that. It is so much bigger than that. So what I think about was, again, you'll hear me reflect back to this very often because that's just, again, a passion of mine as well. Once I was released from that abusive relationship, I remember beginning to wanting to do things for me and my children, trying to help them overcome, helping them to deal with forgiveness, helping them to also make sure that they don't end up shutting down to keep from moving. And so I remember God saying, he was asking me to do something. And I was like, I ain't say no. I was saying no, but I didn't say no. And he said, you think it's about you and yours? And I said, yes. Like, you know what we went through, God. You know the horror that we experienced. So I'm trying to get my children to come back to a life of joy, peace, and harmony. And he was like, again, you think it's about you and yours. It's not. I had to get out of that selfishness. I had to get up out of that, and I had to get up out of that quickly. I had to realize there are so many people that needed what I was trying to create for me and my children. It was simple. It was so simple. A lot of times it was just declaring, affirming, and just making sure that our heart was pure enough to receive God. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. I was just declaring, affirming, and just making sure we had a pure heart. So many things that God asks us to do. We have to declare his word for it to manifest in the earth. We have to act it out. We have to literally act it out. Also, we have to affirm. I have to ask God all the time. Again, this is how it started. Allow me and my children to see ourselves as you see us, Lord. That's a word to share with anybody. Lord, allow us to see ourselves as you see us. So many times we can take on the character of someone else or something else that is not how God created us to be. So I had to ask him that, to make us aware of it, to check our hearts. I always have to ask God to cultivate my heart. Cultivate my heart, that when the seed of your word is planted in, that would manifest in my life. I spend a lot of time in worship because it has broken some things off of me that I know that would have kept me bound. We are here to set the captives free, but that is being said so that you can push into purpose. So listen, I hope this information was something good for you. I'm so looking forward to what God is going to do, because I tell you the honest truth, I don't know if this is scripture. I'm not really certain, but I'll look it up, where it says that we must not keep creation on hold. We're in the earth to do what God needs us to do. Like, we can't get this twisted. Though he let us go and do all these things, the priority is him and his kingdom. Him and his kingdom, that's top priority. Like, he's allowed us to do our own thing for so long. We continue to make him second sometimes. But let's bring him back. Let's bring him back to being a priority in our life. So again, I hope this information was helpful. I hope that you'll stick around in order to see that purpose that's already on the inside of you come to fruition. Listen, the Lord has need of it. He put it on the inside of you for a reason. It's not for nothing or for anything. It's specifically for what he designed you for. Let's step into it. So I thank you for joining us. I look forward to seeing you all. I have information that I'm going to put in over in the Esteemed Youth, Swans Den Esteemed Youth page, so that we can get our young ladies to participate, to be a part. So don't leave your daughters out. Don't leave your granddaughters out, your nieces, your church members, your neighborhood daughters, all of that. Come on, guys. We got to do this. I'm sorry, not guys, but ladies, we got to do this. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put up a diagram of our mapping purpose, which is going to actually show us or help assist us with our purpose. I thank you all. I look forward to you returning. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to this channel, and please share the content and the information. So, hey, I enjoyed you guys. Again, I hope this information was helpful. I hope that you really take the time to discipline yourselves, that you would come to full fruition with your purpose. I guarantee you, it's someone out there that needs what you have on the inside of you. And so with that being said, thank you for coming in to Swans Den Haven, for we are pushing into purpose. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I love you. Stay safe. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. And by all means, share the content. I love you guys. Be safe. Don't forget to get your pad, your pen, your devices, your iPads, your tablets, your notebooks, and make sure that you have it all in one section, so you don't have papers everywhere. You don't have information in this device and then some in this device. Compile it all together so that we can see the progress that we're making. All right, I'm super excited, as I hope that you are. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.